Coming to you live from the Memo stream. Hi there, Lily. Welcome. How are you? Hi there, Perverts. Welcome. I missed you both. Thank you, stars. Whoa. Now there's too many stars. You guys go wacky mode. Recently, okay, what was I saying? I also think that my energy has been depleted this week. Can I tell you guys something? Are you gonna judge me? Is this a safe space? It's not. Can we pretend that it's a safe space because we love Ryo and Ryo's been gone for a week, so we're gonna be nice to Ryo? We can pretend. Okay. I'll be nice to you. You already set the bomb at me. It's not. Ruby, please. Please. Okay. Do you guys remember that one time that I told you, that I said, I mentioned it in the Discord. I don't think that I ever mentioned it on stream, but there was one time, the wisdom tooth that popped into my, back of my mouth, that popped out a while ago. I told you that it, broke a little bit. Yeah, and, chipped. Do you remember I told you that? Do you remember? Yeah. Well, so, I think now, it's fully rotting in my mouth, and it hurts a little bit. I'm trying to be really brave about it. Hi there, Carol. Welcome. How are you? Welcome for the first time. I'm done eating now. Thanks. No. Dental issues can kill you. Well, Rio doesn't have dental insurance. Hi there, Enzo. Welcome. How are you? Yeah. So I don't have dental insurance. I'll pay if I have to. No. Okay, but also. See. I think that maybe I'm resilient. Let me explain. So there was when I was 10, I didn't lose, but when I was 10, I took a bite of a Funyun. Once you guys know the onion chips? The onion chips? Funyuns? Okay, so I took a bite of those. They're not hard chips, by the way. Not the hardest thing I've taken a bite of, okay? Okay? So I took a bite of the Funyun, and it chipped one of my other teeth that were in the back, okay? And half of it has been gone since I was 10. You know? And I think it's rotten. But I can't tell. I think it is though, cuz but I don't feel it anymore. So it's just in there all the way in the back, you know? So now I have another one that's happening and I'm like, well, what if that's the same thing, you know? What if I'm special? I think it just hurts a little bit because, the gums around it are more sensitive rather than anything else. You know? Keep brushing it, it could ache from growing it. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Because the tooth itself doesn't hurt, it's just kind of the edge of the gum. Because a part of me feels like the gum is trying to... This is crazy. A part of me feels like the gum is trying to grow around the tooth. I feel it! I feel like that's what's happening! Yeah. Because the tooth doesn't hurt. It's just, isn't that what the gum does? Yeah, but it's I feel like the gum is trying to grow over the tooth again. Rather than the tooth broke out of the gum. And now I feel like the gum is trying to reverse the psychology. Hi there, Arfine-chan, how are you? I'm talking about my rotting wisdom tooth. Yeah, I probably need to get... Okay, listen, I probably need to get it removed. But I also need to get glasses replacements. Or I need to get them fixed or something, but I don't have vision anymore. I don't have vision insurance. I only got normal health insurance. I only have that. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I'll figure it out eventually. Hi there, Bird, how are you? Everything's wrong with this man? No, not everything. My blood pressure earlier sucked, though, in case anyone was wondering. I took it when I was dissociating. I was like, let's see what it is, just for fun. Let's make this worse. Yeah, while I was on break, what did Ryoyo do? Welcome back, high blood pressure. Welcome to the stage, high blood pressure. Woo, you're more frail than a Victorian peasant. A peasant, even. I didn't even get normal Victorian child privileges. I'm just peasant. That's crazy, Davi. Do you know, I think there's a word for that. There's a word for that. Let me, hold on. Yeah. Okay, it's French. Have you ever heard of, is the word twink? No! Have you ever heard of a gutter snipe? Can I interest you in gutter snipe? No, let me read you the definition. A gutter snipe. Gutter snipe sounds like a slur! Well, probably in like the year 1700! A gutter snipe. Okay, a homeless vagabond, and especially an outcast boy or girl in the streets of a city. Yeah, that's me. No, okay, so I somehow found... Yeah, oh yeah, that's you. Thanks. I found out about this word in like high school or something, and a friend would always call me a gutter snipe, just because they were cruel. But evidently there's a Magic the Gathering card that's also called gutter snipe. And what does it look like? I know that I should know exactly what it looks like, because for one of my birthdays, this same friend bought me the gutter snipe Magic the Gathering card and framed it. So they have a framed version of it somewhere. I just don't know where. I think it's like in storage or something. It's so silly. But yeah, I framed it. Yeah, they framed that for me. They also framed... I know that I mentioned before, I was in like a Dan and Phil video on accident once. And they took a screenshot of that and framed that too. And I was like, okay. Thanks, guys. That's really cool. Love that. Thanks. Yeah, they just frame stuff for fun. Thanks. I can't explain this. So there's this image of me that I had posted on Tumblr a really long time ago. You can't really see my face or anything. But it was this picture of me, a really long time ago that I posted on Tumblr, and it gained like a lot of traction, unfortunately. It had like 14,000 notes or something. It was so embarrassing. At the time, I felt cool, though, because it was, like, 2013, and I was like, wow, I've always wanted to be Tumblr famous, you know? So, and somehow, that one image of me got, yoinked, and it was used on Wikipedia articles. It was used on, like, otaku dating websites. It was used in people's YouTube videos as a reference image. Yeah. The better buddy! That one. Welcome in, Nana. Welcome in. No, I know, Kara, I know! Is it Clara or is it Kara? I want to be sure I'm saying it properly. But yeah. You were the Tumblr persona? The Tumblr persona? What does that mean? Tumblr persona? Like the personification of Tumblr? I don't know. Sasuga, I don't... I mean, I guess it's not my proudest moment. Whenever I've seen this photo now, maybe a lot of people have. I feel, but it hasn't resurfaced in modern day. It hasn't resurfaced. I think that the last surfacing of this picture was maybe at least 10 years ago. So that means that the photo is really, really old, if that was the last that I've seen of this picture, you know, it's really old. I think I was like 14 or something in the picture, which is why it was crazy, because it kept using it for like anime fan dating sites and dating forums. I was like, girl, I'm 14, what are you talking about? Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, oh, yeah, but it was kind of funny, because they were always used, not for, like, ones in America. I remember it was used for ones, like, they were, like, I feel like it's always, like, Spanish otaku dating websites. I'm like, huh? I wish you got a paycheck for that. You know, me too. I also wish the internet was a different place. It sure was. Espanol. Yeah. Maybe I should have researched it. When someone goes Pinterest viral, you were the imp. I feel like it was like every like 3 years on Tumblr, I always had like one post that went like unnaturally well. I don't know. I do still have a blog that I kind of maintain. Do you guys still use Tumblr? Do you guys use Tumblr at all? There's one that I maintain a little bit, just for funsies. No, really, never use it. Ruby, really, never. When I'm really bored. Yeah, no, see, yeah, that's exactly it. Only for references. I use Tumblr the most, but IRLs have my URL. Yeah, that's scary. Personal venting blog and an art blog. Fun. Sends me stuff from Tumblr. I see. Nyaruhodo. You should make one. It's fun. I haven't, all I really do, I don't really use it for anything besides, like, aesthetics. That's, like, pretty much all I do for it. But what is my... Let's flex. What do you even post on Tumblr? So, what I do, I have a like a magical girl blog. That's basically all it is. It's just I just post about like old stationery. It's the same shit that I talk about. Just magical girls, old stationery, and things like that. But I do a lot of the things that I do. I'll like take photos of my collection and things like that. So I can make it a bit more like, I guess, personal. In a sense, rather than being a reposter, I'm an uploader. That's my purpose. On Tumblr.com. Hi there, Gabriella! How are you? I yap a whole lot of nothing to myself. Did you decorate a page with the HTML, CSS, and CSS, and I've tried before. See, I used to be kind of savvy with that type of thing, but it's been a really long time. It's been a really long time since I've done that. I used to do it on Gaia Online. I used to, I remember when I was a kid on Gaia Online, because you'd have to, like, transfer to the old Gaia Online, like, profile settings to be able to do it. Because, like, the new ones, like, didn't, like, work. I don't know why the new ones didn't accept it, but the old ones did do, like, all the custom stuff. But, so I did that. I remember I made a Maka Soul Eater theme in MS Paint, and I somehow coded it. I don't know why child me was so smart with coding and stuff, but I was able to do that pretty easily, but I don't know how to do it anymore. Bye, I gotta go. No problem, Lily. Thank you for popping in and saying hi to Rio. Yo, I missed you. Used to yap to myself on Tiger Me diary entry. The Gaia Online diary entries, the journals that I had so much lore written in those. I wonder if I still. But I got locked out of my God. I remember I brought it up. I got like hacked on my Gaia Online profile a really long time ago, and I'd asked them like, hey, I really want my account back. And I messaged them like 3 years ago, and they finally messaged me back, and they're like, hey, we're just getting to this. I was like, King, what do you mean you're just getting to this? It's been 3 years! It's been 3 years. Used amino more. Tried to be DeviantArt. I feel like DeviantArt is something that I never fully got into. DeviantArt was, I never knew like how to do it, and I feel like I really missed out. Like I would like go on DeviantArt and I'd like look at stuff obviously, but I never really like fully I didn't make an account, and I wasn't in any like communities and stuff, so I missed out. I feel quotive. Is quotive still a thing? It is. Quotive. When did quotive start? This is that quiz site. The quiz site. Oh, there's stories too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Which littlest pet shop are you? Okay, come on. What? Quizazz. When did Quizazz start? That's crazy. I've never heard of it. No, I think I have. No, I used to really like Quizilla. Quizilla is what it was. I think who made Quizilla? Quizilla. Now, when did that one start? What's the lore about Quizilla? Fan lore. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Site started at the end of July 2002. All right, let's pack it up. So embarrassing. And it shut down October 1st, 2014. That's so sadness. That's so sadness. Wasn't it owned by, like, MTV? Am I crazy? I feel like it was owned by MTV. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm stupid. Control F on this wiki page. Oh yeah, no. Oh, they were bought out by MTV in 2006. Let's go! Let's go! See, I knew it. 2002, bro was 2 years old on Quizilla. Yeah. I used to write a lot of fanfics on Quotive. And I actually got a lot of reads on my fic. Yeah! Danimals in the fancy popular arc. Danimals fancy popular arc. Yeah, what fics? Were they originals? Were they originals? Or did you do like fandom stuff? What was it? What fandom stuff was it? I also, oh yeah, what else did I do while I was on break? What did you guys do? Enough about Riyo, yo. Screw this guy. What did you guys do all week? I'm sure that you guys were very happy to be freed from Riyo for a solid week. I'm sure. Crying about missing Riyo? No way! Likely story. Ryo's very, very boring. Been counting the moments till you're hey, yeah, tell me that's too nice! That's too nice. I didn't cry, but I cried a couple times, if I'm being honest. Yesterday was really bad. I was, like, crying so bad. I was like, well, the problem was it was, like, 2 a.m. And that's why, you're not supposed to, no one's supposed to be awake at 2 a.m., especially not listening to what's in your brain at 2 a.m. That's the bad stuff. I was on life support. Were you actually? Like on real life support? Oh my god, Sans Undertale? Sans Undertale, is that you? Listen to my Una Yahas. 2 a.m. No, it wasn't like 2 a.m. I really liked it. Yeah. Shed one tear, a single tear, but I missed you. I'll take one. It is kiddo. Oh my god, Sans Undertale, I love you. Only vampires are supposed to be awake at 2 a.m. I've had a pretty decent sleep schedule this week, though. I wake up at like 9 a.m. most days. Isn't that crazy? 9 a.m.? I can't wait to stream this week and ruin it. I'm looking forward to it. A lot. But I also, who are you? I have no idea. I was mostly busy. Oh my god, busy. During Riyo birthday week, so I feel like I haven't seen Riyo, and that's true. No, I haven't played Hello Kitty Island Adventure Stardust in like a hot minute, because the only game that I play off stream is Farmer's Valley and Luigi's Mansion. Those are the only ones that I play off stream. But this week we're actually gonna play Luigi's Mansion on stream. But I'm gonna do a new file. Yeah. Reading so much BL and went out on the weekend. Yeah, a lot of people had like conventions and stuff that they went to. I know that Pepper went to a convention, Moa went to a convention. Who else had gone to some conventions? Booms had gone to a convention. What else? I know that there were a lot of people that went out and did activities this weekend. Yeah. What did Riyo do on the weekend? I went out with my sister for a little bit. And I got another ear piercing. I keep getting my ear pierced every time I leave the house. We gotta stop me from leaving the house. I can't keep getting my ears pierced. And it's always the same one. Yeah, so now I have. Why do you like having so many homes? Well, hey yo. You're gonna run out of space. I will run out of space. Well, I only have 3 in the one right now. Dude, that is crazy, actually. I got, I have the one in my cartilage that I got a while ago, and then I got a second lobe one. Just because I want to have one ear that is super decorated all the time. Yeah. Super decorated. super decorated. That's my goal. That's my goal. Hi there, G-Tor. Welcome. Froggy Army. That sounds like a nice army to be a part of. Welcome. How are you? But yeah. So I did that. I bought BL. What else did I do? I've had a lot of silly drinks because that's honestly buying BL and buying silly drinks have been like my solace this week. They've been very good. I tried to go out and about, but I think because it's either because it's been so hot lately. Like I feel like in like the late 90s. Is that proper term? Late 90s. Far 90s? No. High 90s. Upper, that works too. Yeah, I was feeling in the high 90s or something. So every time I go out and about, I'm like dead. Super dead. So I've been outside a lot. And I think that's been killing the man. So yeah. The BL does make me thirsty. I did get a silly drink earlier. I actually had 2 silly drinks today. Someone had recommended Riyo have a mocha with hazelnut added. So I tried that today, and it was very yummy. But it was a very strong type. Normally, I don't order mochas. I do like mochas, but sometimes I find mochas are a little bit, like, grainy feeling. Am I the only one that feels that way? Sometimes I feel like they're just, like, a little bit grainy. So I prefer, like a vanilla or a caramel more, because I feel like those are a little bit less grainy. But maybe it was also just, like, that superb quality mocha. You know? I don't know. Favorite silly drink that you had on break? What did I have? What all did I have? My favorite silly drink that I had on break. Okay, let me think of all the places that I had silly. Oh, you know. Okay. Riyo knows his favorite silly drink. And it's the same silly drink that I always get. But specifically, thank you, Gabrielle, for the applause. Thank you. I went to a Starbucks that I don't normally go to because it was in a mall, almost like an hour and a half away. Because family was here, so they were doing like touristy things. So we were hitting up like touristy things. So we traveled a long distance. Is it Dragon Fruit? It's Dragon Fruit. But I went to this mall that I've never or I think I've been to it, obviously, but I haven't been to it in a really long time, and I got a Dragon Ding at this one location, and whenever you roll up to a cafe and you just take a look at the people that they got behind the table, and you're like, I'm in good hands. I was in good hands that not to point fingers and say, the LGBT barista. But I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a good dragon drink. And it sure was. It really was. And they were really nice too. They were the ones, they had, for some reason, when I was in this town, everyone was, really nice, and a lot of people commented, the barista, stop, it does. I went to, in this town, for some reason, a lot of people kept commenting on my backpack, and my backpack is a Riyo backpack, because I like wearing my Ida bag, because I have a Riyo Ida bag. I'm embarrassing. I have it's a spinning. I'm walking around. It's a spinning image of me in the back. But no. I like wearing it because it reminds me of VIP. So in a way, it's like I'm traveling with VIP all the time. Hi there, Cottage. Welcome. How are you? It's nice to meet you. I'm Riyo. Welcome in. But I like wearing it because it reminds me of VIP. Whenever I'm walking around, So I was walking around with my but I've had this backpack for months. Right. And no one has ever said anything about it. where I am, or like even in like the immediate surrounding places that I go, no one even pays attention. But for some reason, on this one day that I was in this town, a little bit further out, everybody was like, "Oh, I love your bag. Who is that?" And I was like, yeah, just some VTuber guy, just some VTuber guy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So it was so embarrassing, but the baristas were really nice about it. And they're like, "Oh yeah, VTuber," and I was like, "Oh, he's just like," I'm like Debbie Ryan, but the gif of her pushing her hair back. I'm like, "Oh, well, he's just like kind of small, so like he doesn't have all that much merch yet, you know. I'm waiting for more." But they were very nice, and they have they were like showing me their own Eda bags and stuff too, because they had a bunch too. So it was very nice, and the dragon drink was very yummy. Very yummy. So it was a nice fulfilling trip. But I mainly went there because I was already around in the area and they had a Pop Mart. And I just wanted to see what the Pop Mart had. Sing ice cream for us? I have a short on my YouTube where I'm singing ice cream. I have that. It's on there. You can listen to it on loop however much you want. Pop Mart. I didn't buy anything in the end. What all did I buy on break? What all did I do? I don't even remember what all I did. I bought a bunch of BL. And what else did I do? Oh, mice bill! Sorry, I just like screamed. Did I tell you guys about mice bill? Mice bill? Guys, mice bill. Miceville. No, Miceville. Miceville, like the mice village. The ville where the mice live. So there's this, I found out about it. What is the brand? Enesco? I think it was called, yeah, this brand called Enesco. It's from like the 80s. I went to, hi there, Silver Fox, welcome. Thank you so much for the stars. Thank you. Sounds like a place in Zootopia. I wish. I'm gonna buy something because, no, they're so cute. Is it one of those blind boxes? So, it's like the 1980s equivalent of a blind box. So they come, well, okay, so on the outside, you know what you're getting? Because the outside of the packaging is shaped in, like, it's decorated like houses. Like, they look like little houses that the mice live in. Summer, thank you so much for the big heart. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing your heart with me. Thank you. I share mine back with you. But, the Miceville, yeah. So the boxes are like the little like houses or other things that they like. Some of them are like shopkeepers, so it'll be like their shops and stuff, and on the outside there's like a little illustration of the mice that you'll be getting, and they all have like different names. But on the inside they're just like these super tiny, like 1 or 2 inch tall, like little ceramic figures of mice. They're just little mice. Initially I should probably go back and get all the other ones, honestly. But, because I went to this one, like, antique/thrift store. It's kind of like a more upscale type of thrift store. So they're like, it's more curated. And a lot of the prices are, like, more expensive because they have, like, more curated stuff. But it's like a charity place, you know? So I'm like, okay, I'll spend the big bucks for really pretty stuff. And they have a lot of really nice stuff. A lot of really, really interesting trinkets and things, and really pretty, like, plates and things like that, and, like, trinket boxes, and a bunch of other, like, fancy stuff. So I was at the very front. Well, at the very front. They had, like, 85 million issues of, like, Shonen Jump, and I was like, okay, work. But they had a bunch of these mice bills. So I grabbed 3 of them, and I was like, yeah, this is probably too much. I need to be smart. This was at the beginning of the week when I was in my, I'm gonna be good this week, and I'm not gonna buy a lot of things. Cut to the end of the week, and I bought like 6 new BL things. But anyways, the beginning of the week, I was trying to be good, okay? And so I grabbed a couple of the mice bills, and then I get up to the front, and the lady was like, you know, all of the green tags are 50% off today. And I was like, so I had to go and grab one other Miceville that I had put back because I was trying to be good. And I got all 3 of those Micevilles and this other really cute like stationery set with like teddy bears and stuff for like $12. Whereas if I just bought 2 Micevilles in their original prices at this place, it would have been like 16. So I got on a really good sale. Hi there, Morale! How are you? Welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for the welcome back. She got your seat, dude. Get me good, gal! I was like, man, Miceville. Yeah, I'll have to see if maybe I'll go back at some point and see if they've got the rest of the Micevilles still. Even though all the other ones I wasn't like super interested by. One of them was like a baseball Miceville, and I'm like, okay. Like, boring. Snooze. You should period simulator now? Why do you hate me? No. What? No. Evil. Cruel. Yeah, just chilling as usual. That sounds nice. Yeah. Basically, I bought things this week. Bought silly drinks this week. I ate way too much food. I feel it in my body. I turned 25 and I immediately was like, oh yeah, this is bad. I feel 25. No, but I felt more like I was like 80. I became 80 years old immediately, you know? Got any ideas for streams for Akihabara event? You guys don't even know. Ryo's gonna go all out for the Akiba event. I'm going all out for Akiba event. So during the Akiba event stream, yeah. So there's a new IRIAM event that's coming up, and it's super fun. Because it's so like basically IRIAM is putting up like advertisements in Akihabara. And are you doing premium or regular? I'm doing the premium one just because they'd already said, like, the premium one is for people that have already, like, won a lot of things to give other people a chance at, like, the normal event. So I'm doing the premium one just to, just to be kind, you know? Just because I feel like, I was like, they made the premium bracket for those who have already placed high-end events before. So I'm gonna stay in the premium bracket, at least for this one, and see how it is. I'll experience the premium. Try my best. That's nice of them. Yeah, so that's how it is in IRIAM JP, actually, in the Japanese IRIAM. So they'll have, like, it's actually more than that. So they'll have, like, entire, like, tiers in, like, brackets entirely for, like, those who have, like, already placed high-end events. They can, like, go in, like, this, like, tier number 1, and those are for people that have, like, I guess, like, I don't know, like, the correct wording for it. Those who grind way hard with really interactive audiences and things like that. Let's newbies have a chance. Yeah, exactly. And so it's like less intimidating for those who want to like try new events and things like that. So they're starting to implement that in the US version as well. So I'm like, yay, that's exciting. But yes, so I'll be trying for the premium version. Just because I have had I've been very grateful to have the opportunities to place decently well in some of the events so far. Thank you to everyone's support. Yeah. So I'm trying for that one. Ganbario. But I'm really excited for it because when Ryo was a young lad, I was very, very into Akiba. Supreme Akiba. So I did a lot of when I was younger. We already talked about all of these like viral Ryoisms, but when I was like super young, there was a video of mine that went super viral over in Japan, so much so where I was on like TV spots and like newspapers and stuff over there, and it was really cool. And one of my costumes or something, one of my like idol costumes was mailed over. We mailed it over to one of my thank you so much for all the gifts. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Gabrielle. I appreciate that. Thank you. We took our one of the costumes and we mailed it over to the person that had initially posted, because it was just like a reprint over on Nico Doga from YouTube. So we had mailed my costume over to them. and just been as like a thank you for the support, because I'd outgrown it. Because I was like a child, so I'd outgrown it like pretty quickly. So we mailed it over to them. I was like, thank you, and he had organized like a little like support type of. He'd organized something. It was like only like a 1 or 2 day like a display event or something, but he had put it on display at the Akihabara station. And there was like a small fan gathering, although I couldn't be there myself because I was in America, you know. And Tommy, congratulations on the start. Mwah! Thank you for the support for 5 months. I really appreciate that. Thank you. But yes, so there was like a little fan event in the Akihabara station. So I'm a bit. I have a bit of a strong feeling for this event. Because it's we all get, you know, we get like a little like ad spot in the Akihabara train station. And for Ryo, I'm like, it's nostalgic. Ryo's passionate about Akihabara. I am. Thank you for the heart tables. It's like returning. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my gosh, returning, what, 15 years later, you know, and it would feel kind of like a full circle moment for Ryo. So for that week, I'm planning on doing a lot of streams about like Akihabara culture and things like that. Yeah. So we can learn about like the history of Akiba together. I'll do like an Akiba idol karaoke session. I'll do like a little maid cafe experience. A lot of different fun like Akiba centric things. So I'm looking forward to the week. I'm gonna make it ultra hyper Akiba. Ultra hyper Akiba eccentricisms. Yep. Hi there, Galactic Traveler. Hello, welcome. How are you? Welcome in for the first time. I'm Ryo. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How did the town get to be anime central? Well, so well, that's spoiling. I'd be spoiling it. You have to come for Akiba week. We're gonna do a whole fancy week. I promise I'll tell you all the fun things. I promise. You'll have to come back and see Ryo, okay? I'm doing good. How are you? Ryo's doing okay. I'm doing okay. I just took a week break. I'm never doing it again. Good luck getting rid of Ryo. But other than that, I've been doing pretty good. I hope that you're doing well. I'll have a notebook ready. Yeah. Notebook. He's not leaving again to get milk. You know, the milk in my fridge right now is... What day is it? It's the 20th? It expired on the 18th. I need to get rid of it. I'm gonna die! Okay. I already told you that I've been like dissociating like the last 2 days, okay? Give me a break. I'm not drinking it, okay? I haven't drank any of it, okay? No, stop. Orphan-chan. We don't need to bring attention to the fact that it's expired, okay? Okay, it looks expired too, you guys. Okay, no, for real though. Okay, guys, okay, what else did I do? On a week break, what else did I do? I'm trying to think. I did a lot of arts and crafts, and I'm still doing a lot of them. Can I buy you new milk? How much is milk? Milk prices. I only buy the small one, and I never finish it, because I'm just one guy. Oh, it's only $1. Wow. Yeah. Do you remember the exit? Thank you so much for the pin! Thank you for the pin. I do remember. Yeah. A gallon? Or Orphan-chan, I'm never gonna get through an entire gallon. It's definitely gonna get expired before then. I'm glad to traveler. Thank you so much for the follow. Official welcome to the VIP club. That makes you an official, very important person, but also a very important prawn, because we're all shrimp here. Welcome. Official welcome. Non-dairy milk, it will spoil slur. That's true. Like oat milk and almond milk and stuff. I buy oat milk pretty frequently. But I like normal milk too. It's nice for cereal. Buy cereal, bro. I say it's nice for cereal. I don't think that I bought a new box of cereal for like months. I also think that I haven't gone grocery shopping in months, if I'm being honest. I think that I think that there's like no proper food. in my fridge or in my pantry. It's just kind of like random stuff. Like I got like a tiny bag of like spicy pickles that I haven't eaten for probably like 2 months. Yeah, what else? Yeah, well, no, guys, because I just drink silly drinks. I just drink drinks. They're so yummy. They're so yummy. What do you eat? Popcorn? I eat popcorn. Sometimes, like butter noodles. I really like garlic and herbs. What else? Protein where? Sometimes I fry up chicken dumplings. Or I'll air fry like some grilled chicken pieces. Rice? Yeah, I do want your rice. That sounds yummy. $3 combo of lemonade, iced tea, and muffin. Come on, gas station! I can cook for you. Dimmels, your food always looks so yummy. Well, I also have McChickens from time to time. No, I've been really bad. I've been eating out a lot lately. This past month has been like total eat out month, which is so bad. Really good for like a gas station cafe stop. There's this one cafe that I used to go to all the time, and they like closed down, and it was one of my favorite. This is gonna be so embarrassing sounding. Like I would go there all the time. It was like an esports cafe. Is it an esports cafe? I was in my gamer arc. They had like a back room where you could like order your food and then go in the back room and play freaking like League on like their 85 PCs that they had in the back. Anyways, I never played League, by the way. I never played League. Just for the clarification, I would never. Okay, actually, I never really played anything, but I would often bring stuffed animals with me, and I would oshikatsu with my stuffed animals. But the problem is that the stuffed animals that I was bringing are like not like the tiny ones. I was bringing like full scale, like 2-foot tall stuffed animals with me to like sit across from me, so I could sit them across from me while I took my pictures of them. Anyways, so the whole point of the cafe was to be like, we're making yummy, healthy food for gamers. Well, they game. But the cafe closed down around like COVID time, which is so sad because their food was so good. Some of the best sandwiches that I've ever had, and they're like super fresh. And I always, anytime I go to any like sandwich place, I try to like replicate the sandwich that I would always get at this place. But I found out that the owners had recently, not super recently, probably in the last 2 years or so, they opened up like another cafe. They don't open all the time. They only open around like breakfast and lunchtime, but they opened up a whole other cafe. There's no esports, which is tragic. And they but they opened up like in a gas station. They're like next door to a gas station. And I went there once and I was like, it felt nice to be having like their silly drinks again, you know. I don't go very often because they're a little bit farther out than they used to be. But it was still like the same energy, so it made me happy. I need to visit another time soon so I can have their yummy foods. A nice crisp sandwich sounds so tasty. Yeah, they had very nice crisp, tasty foods. Imagine training for a Valorant tournament and you get a cutesy matcha latte after. I know, right? It was so good. So good. Have you ever been to a cat cafe? I have been. So I've pretty much every time I've gone to Japan, I've gone to a cat cafe of some sort. Really nice. Really nice. They're always very warm for some reason, and they're really nice. But also, where Ryoyo lives, downtown, there is also a cat cafe. And I've gone there a couple of times, too. And they also have really nice drinks. It's a little bit cramped in there versus all, like, the cat cafes that I have been to abroad. The one that's by Ryoyo is, like, a little bit on the tight space. Which is why they, like, have, like, reservations more so. And they also have kind of strange hours. I wish that there was, like, a cat cafe that was opened up late around me, but there's not, sadly. But I hope that there can be more by Ryoyo soon. I hope so. That'd be really nice. I love cat cafes though. Once I ate at a gaming cafe with my parents, who aren't gamers but are good when they know how to play. We chose Overcooked 2. Devolved into me and mom getting frustrated with I've never played Overcooked. I was supposed to during my birthday stream. but I got super tired on the second day. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I gotta check out. Wish that there were themed cafes around me. There's a lot that are like downtown by Ryoyo, but I don't like going downtown. It's not that it's like a far distance necessarily, because every time I look at the map, it's really like maybe like 35 or like 40 minutes or something, which I guess is like not bad, but the traffic sucks, super horrible, so I just like don't go very often. Yeah, my nose is stuffy. I invited my friends to a cat cafe and they went without me. They went without you after you invited them? What the hell? Did they invite you? Yeah. I wanted to expand my food choices, but I'm only safe at the moment with expanding it at a Chinese buffet. Naruhodo. I feel like buffets are a good place to explore things. Really, thank you so much, Boba. Congratulations on your first star for the very first time. Are you kidding me? Really? Congratulations. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your first star. Congratulations, nice star. Bear! You two, what the heck? Everybody's getting their stars right now. Oh my gosh. Thank you, stars. Thank you, stars. Thank you, stars. You. What a cute name. Welcome. How are you? Riaho. Thank you so much for the stars. Thank you. It's because Ryoyo is so cute. I'm not that cute. The hand heart emoji. That's so cute. Do I have that on my phone? I think I must. If I'm seeing it on my phone, I must have it. I think so. Yeah, congratulations on stars. Congratulations. Anna, thank you. Pink lipstick. What rhymes with honk? Yeah, damn it. Thank you, Bonk. I appreciate it. Thank you, Bonk. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what Ryoyo did. All break, I think. I don't know if I did anything else. What else did Ryoyo do? I think I just ate a lot of food. Honestly, I ate a lot of food. Yeah, anyways, what did you guys do? I know I've asked that like 3 times, but I need to know. What you guys did. I want to talk about your week. I care more about VIP than what the hell I was doing, because all I was doing was crafting and buying BL. That was all. Dying and recovering. Were you sick, Jimmy? Or were you dying because of other unspoken reasons? Saw my son a few times and I wanted to explode each time I saw him. I'm glad that you got to spend more time with him. You ate resin? Are you telling me that you consumed resin? I finished reading a book about Kimabawism. I don't know if I can say that on IRIAM, so I'm just gonna say Kimabawism. just there's a difference. There's a difference between why did you bite it? It's just plastic. It's plastic. Why would you do that? Today I was meant to see a movie with a friend, but she was on no show. What's wrong with your friends, Nana? I'll go to the movie with you. Bring the phone there and type in chat what's going on, and I will speak in your ear like a worm. I have 2 friends I can't be. I understand. I tried really hard to have a sleepover with one of my friends yesterday. Was it yesterday? The night before? I don't even remember. Time is a concept whenever I don't hang out with VIP all the time. You guys, honestly, seeing you guys keeps me on like it makes me remember what days are what days and things like that. You know? VIP keeps Ryoyo's life in order. You guys probably don't believe it, but it's true. It really is. But so yeah. I was trying really hard to have like a sleepover because I wasn't feeling it, Mr. Krabs. But they're like, oh, I have to babysit. And I was like, fuck. Babies. Man. What a bummer. Yeah. So she went with a man and said, a man! It's always a man. Should never be a man. Bumped into the singular person I hate in my life last. No! Did they get increasingly less hot? say yes. I like men. Yeah, me too. Me too. We don't. That's good. Easy on Bear. Easy on Bear. It's always when you're not feeling it that people are busy. You know? Yeah. It tends to be the case. Such many such cases for Riyo. Many such cases for Riyo. It feels like I'm the type of person where it's like when I really need a friend for some reason, no one is around, and I'm like, okay. But whenever someone else needs a friend, I'm the one that's like, I'm dropping everything, let's go! You know? It's one day, it's my goal to have it be the other way as well. That's my goal. Hopefully one day. We'll see. I'm knocking on wood. You can DM me and say, RBD-chan, you're too nice! Ryo's kind of strange for, like, online things. Like, it's nice, but I really like the presence of people, like, actually by me, which is tragic, because I never have, like, any... There's, like, no one around at any time, and I'm like, man... Move closer to IRIAM friends. Good idea. IRIAM Hive House Red. No, never. That actually sounds horrible. Guys, I need to blow my nose. Guys, I need to blow my nose. My nose is really stuffy. Can you hear how stuffy my nose is right now? My nose hasn't been stuffy all week. I've actually felt very dry. And now for some reason it's super stuffy. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'll mute. Carla's not here, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Hi, Chance, how are you? Riyaho, how are you? How are you doing? Don't die. No, I'm not dead. He looks so silly blowing his nose. Stop! Don't make fun of me. I'm sensitive. Okay, what else? I was gonna say, yeah, you guys had mentioned, eggs. My egg story that I was told to put a pin in. Okay. So while I was on break, I had mentioned, in Discord that, I don't really, it's not that I don't know how to cook eggs. It's just that I'm not good at it. There's a difference between not knowing how to do something and just not being good at it. Do you know what I mean? I could tell you right now how to build, like, an entire dollhouse, right? But if I was to execute it in, like, a building setting, it, like, wouldn't look great. But I can give you the instructions on how to do it, you know? Still, how are you bad at it? No, I'm okay. Eggs could be hard. I've had mine stick to the pan. Well, that can be easily fixed with just, like, a non-stick skillet, or, like, buttering the pan first, or, like, putting, like, a spray oil on. See, Ryo's not stupid, okay? I know that these are the steps that need to be taken to cook an egg, okay? The problem is, you try to, no, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant! That's not what I meant. Hi there, Shido! Welcome in for the first time. Welcome. Okay, no, that's not what I meant. So no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to! Okay, sometimes your pan that says that it's a non-stick pan accidentally is a stick pan. Okay. I apologize. I deeply apologize. I'm sorry. But okay, so there is this, and I don't really know if I've made eggs since this, because it's just, it was one of those times that you do something and it goes wrong, and you just say, all right. And that's no more. So So what happened is this is whenever I still lived at Ryoyo's parents' house when I was like a teen or something. I would assume so. Yeah. So I was making some eggs because there was a phase in my life where I really liked making, and I think it was because I was really into Castle in the Sky at the time, the Ghibli movie, Laputa, and they have this really nice like egg sandwich moment where it's really just toast and like egg on top. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay? But I was really into it. I was like, this is really yummy. It really does hit. It really does. So I would make those every couple of days or something because I thought that they were super yummy, okay? And they were nice and they were filling. So there's this one time in the morning, maybe not in the morning, maybe it was like 3 a.m., I don't know. So okay, we had some eggs. Probably like 4 or 5 of them left. Okay, so I take them out of the fridge. I set the carton on the counter, okay? And the pan's nice and ready, and it's ready for me to make my sunny side up eggs, okay? I break one egg. I try to get it on the pan, but there's a lot of like shell that gets in with it, and I'm like, damn. And I try to like pick it all out, but then the yolk explodes and it just like gets all over the place, okay? And I'm like, it's not runny anymore, it's useless, and there's shell all over the place. So I just take that one out, okay? And this is before the egg prices sucked, okay? So I was like, okay. So I clean it up, okay? Egg number 2. The same thing happens. And I was like, oh. That's like, that's crazy. How are you cracking on the side of the pan? You crack them on the side of the pan, and then you open them up on top, like over the pan, you know? And the egg spread and lands inside the pan, you know? Why you get so much? That's a really good question. I guess because I don't crack them hard enough. I crack them just like a little bit because I'm scared of. We're getting there. We're getting there, okay? Because I don't want to slam it too hard down on the side of the pan, because then the shell will like break. Like, okay. Anyway, so I do it again, and the same thing happens, okay? And I was like, damn. Okay, and I think that there were only 3 eggs in here. Now I'm remembering now that I'm telling the story. So we get to the 3rd egg, and I'm like, okay. Normally I make 2 of the sandwiches, or I would make like 2 of them. Because it's just like the bottom bread and then the egg on top, and that's how they have them. So I was like, okay, this is how Ryoyo's gonna have them, okay? So I started doing that for my 3rd and final chance. I was like, oh, I've already given up on the fact of me having 2 of these. As a growing young boy, I can't have 2 of these anymore, okay? I've given up. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll at least have 1. I already have the toast. The toast is already made, okay? And I'm just waiting for egg. Okay, so I'm like, okay, obviously I'm not cracking this hard enough. Okay, so I take my final egg and I slam it on the side of the pan, because I'm like, okay, I don't want to get shell in it. So I slam it on the side of the pan. And instead of the egg going into the pan, what happens is the egg slides on the opposite side of the pan, not on the inside, on the outside, slides against the edge of the pan, and slides all the way underneath the pan, and gets cooked by the fire that's on the stovetop. And I was like, That's really interesting. So I didn't really know what to do, because now it's super hot. Like I turned the fire off, but like it was still hot all around, so I couldn't really like clean it. So I just had to wait for it to cool down, and then I just had like the square-shaped egg from sitting in like the fire part, you know, the little, like, where you set, like, stovetop. Yeah. Anyways, I was like, wow. I don't really need. I'm kind of over it. So I don't really make eggs anymore because that traumatized me a little bit. Honestly, I was like, now why? Out of all the times that I've tried to make an egg, why would it miss the pan completely? Why me? Why Ryo-yo? Of course Ryo-yo, but why Ryo-yo? You know? That's all I wanted. The egg sandwich was the only joy that I had in my life when I was like 16, okay? You know, and he has the contents of my eggs. It's not the eggs, it's the pan, Dobby. I apologize. The gas burner, that's what it was. The gas burner stove's fault. That's exactly it. Do it again and do it properly. Stream where we literally just open up eggs. That is so scary. You guys would roast me. I want to do it. I can crack an egg with one hand. Oh yeah, I can't do that. That sounds scary. Can you open it up on one hand too? Wow, you have such skilled fingers, Davi. Make us an omelet? An omelet? I can make those rolled omelets. Well, I don't really know if I make them good, but I can make them. I know how to put them in like a square. The tamagoyaki. Yeah. Those ones. I can do tamagoyaki. It's one of the only things that I can actually make. I don't do it often though. I want a Rio omelet. Really? It won't be good. So maybe you want to put that nodding away. Maybe you want to do a head shake while you say you want a Rio omelet. Yeah. But that was my egg story. I apologize. I do a lot of baking, so I have to crack eggs for baking and stuff too. And it's always a bit scary. Shrimp ketchup? How do you guys feel about eggs with ketchup? I've never had eggs with ketchup. It sounds scary though. I normally just eat eggs, just normal eggs. Omurice? I've never had omurice with the ketchup. I've never had it with ketchup. Who eats eggs with ketchup? It's really popular actually. Eggs with ketchup and also like eggs with hot sauce is like really popular too, right? Can't eat eggs without ketchup. Yeah, really? I only ever really eat ketchup with fries. And it has to be spicy ketchup too. If it's not a spicy ketchup, I don't care. I don't care about it. Cracking an egg on a flat surface is easier. But what if it explodes everywhere? What if it gets all over the flat surface? That sounds scary. And difficult. Very difficult. You can crack an egg on your butt. My butt's not... Okay. Can't get my butt out of your brain, can you? You freakazoid! I'm kidding. No, I'm not flat. That's not flat. Sorry. Super... Morgan's fan. Yeah, no, exactly. New rules. We don't talk about butts here. It's a sensitive subject for me. Sorry. No. I won't ban moi. No. See, listen. I'm new here, so I don't really know how the rules are. But I won't ban moi. God, my favorite thing to say right now is I'm new here. In places that I've existed for far too long. I don't know why I think it's so funny. I don't think it is funny actually, but I find it so funny. Like with friends that I've known for like 10 years, I'm like if I say something uncomfortable, I'm like, sorry, I'm new here, so like I don't know what flies. I don't know why I think it's so funny. I just do. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. I'm new here. No, like for real. It's so funny. Checks out for you. Isn't it a good excuse? I think that everybody should start saying that they're new here. Places. I should try that. You should. I've never played this game before. No, exactly. It's like Animal Crossing. I'm like, nah, I never played this game before. We played it like for like 85 years. Ah, guys, speaking of games, I bought a new game. What is it called? I think it was on sale on the Switch store for like half off. Yeah, okay. It looks like it's gonna be so stupid. So stupid. We're playing it this weekend. It's okay. Whoa. Somebody on Reddit says it's the best fishing game that the Nintendo Switch has to offer. Okay. There are 100 and... Hold on. Let me look at the stats. Okay, it's a fishing game. It's called Fishing Star World Tour. It is a fishing game. Okay, we're gonna be locking in on Fishing Star World Tour this weekend. I am so excited. I hope that they have a carp. They sure will have a carp. Do you want to know why? Because there's over 180 different fish that you can catch. And there are more than 70 types of fishing gear that you can unlock, and we can visit 40 fishing locations. Okay. But evidently, it's like a 1-to-1 with real fishing, the way that they have it, like, operating. So we will be, for real, locking in. Like, it is, like, the commercial had it, like, at first you, like, see, like, a little family playing it, and then you see, like, full, no minigames, just raw fishing. We are going in raw. Yeah. Hi there, Toko! How are you? Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, it looks so fun. Yeah, you have to hold your Joy-Cons, not just like a silly, like, hee ha ha, like, cast your Joy-Con rod. No, you have to, like, one of them you have to hold in, like, a very specific, like, position as the other one. And, like, it's literally, you're using the Joy-Cons 100% for that. So I anticipate we're either going to be really good, and this is finally going to be the time that I can show off my stops and prove to everybody that I'm actually really good at fishing games, or we're gonna have the worst time of our life. But I figured for $14, I can do it. Are you good at real life fishing? When I was a kid, I was evidently actually really good at fishing. I went fishing with Rio Papa a lot when I was a kid, and that was Rio Papa would always go to this. Rio Papa would, like, we'd wake up, like, super early in the morning, like 4 in the morning, okay, and we would go to this one neighborhood. It was like a neighborhood that had a lake, a really big lake, and, like, I don't think that we were supposed to be fishing in this neighborhood. One, because where I am, and, like, the county I live or something, you have to, like, have, like, a fishing license to actually, like, fish in, like, waters, open waters. You have to have a license for that. We certainly, Rio Papa did not have a fishing license. You know, I just know him. His ass did not have a fishing license. But, and also, this was like, he would always roll up in this, like, super fancy, ritzy neighborhood. Or at least at that time, it was like a fancy, ritzy neighborhood. I don't know if it still is. I think that it still kind of is. And he would always roll up here, and I'm like, obviously, I don't think that we are supposed to be here. So, he would always roll up, and there's this one time my older sister actually joined us, and I honestly, no, it was a catfish. So evidently, I had reeled in a catfish that Rio Papa was saying was probably like the size of, like a whole, maybe, how big did he say it was? Maybe like 3 feet or something. Like, it was a huge fish. gigantic. Like, I was so young that it was, like, around my size, honestly. And Rio Papa was, like, freaking out. He was like, "Wow! It's like 6 a.m. I'm, like, so tired. Like, I'm, like, 6. I don't care. It's 6 a.m. And I'm like, fish? I'm like, because I'm not planning on eating it, because I don't even like, fish, really. So I was like, oh, whatever. But I was trying my little Rio best to reel in this huge-ass catfish. But he was just so big, and he was so heavy that, like, right at the very end, he snapped my little, like, rod thing, the little, like, the actual, what is it called? The fishing line. He snapped the fishing line. Right at the very end then. But even to this day, Rio Papa's like, man, I remember that one big-ass catfish. Yeah, we gotta stop reminiscing about it, dude, because we didn't get him in the end, so we didn't even get to eat him, okay? Alright? We gotta let it go. Stop remembering the women that you can't have, you know? Welcome. How are you today? How are you? Yeah, so I think, and I would catch a couple other types of fish too. And normally they were a lot smaller, like catfish and things, because catfish, I feel like, were the most prominent type of fish that were in that one lake. We still have our fishing gear and stuff too, I think, over at my parents' place, but it's been a really long time since I've been actually fishing. I've only been virtually fishing for a very long time now. but I'm gonna do my best. Do you have a typical fish holding photo with me, Mama? I don't! Can you believe it? No, I never take any pictures with any of them like that. I don't think so. Maybe I do, but it was always like such a, hi there, Ron, welcome, how are you? Welcome. No, normally, I think that it was like, I was so sleepy, you know, because we always went so early in the morning, that any fish that we did get, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm just putting it in the cooler now, okay, next, you know, I enjoyed it, but it was also, we went so early at the same time that it was more of like, rather than anything, it was like a calming experience, you know, especially whenever it's like the sun hasn't even really come out yet, you know, you just kind of like sit there and you just kind of like vibe, honestly. For a really long time, I really liked, there is this song by a band that I really like. Was it a song? Was it an album? Okay, there's a song, and there is also an album. Okay, the album is called Night Fishing. The song is called Night Fishing is Good. And it's by this band called Second Action. I really love them. But I had like such a connection to this album and like the song for such a long time, because I was like, I too night fished with Rio Papa when I was a child. Hi there, Sakura, how are you? Welcome. Fishing stream with Rio Papa. IRL fishing would be so funny. That'd be so funny. Okay, Rio Papa. Rio Mama, if you're here, tell Rio Papa that we gotta go fishing live on IRIAM one of these days. Guys, I don't think that you guys would be able to handle Rio Papa. You guys thought that Rio Mama was out here embarrassing me on stream. Rio Papa would be a whole nother thing. Rio Papa is the, if you think like a quintessential, like, sitcom dad, he's the sitcom dad. He sounds like a character. He is a character. No, I was telling some of the family that was visiting me, recently. I was like, yeah, well, no, Rio Papa is like really strange, because he will, there was this one time we were driving through, what was it? Kansas City or something, for like some vacation. We were driving through there, and I remember it's like so far away from us too. Like we do not live by Kansas City. I don't even know where Kansas City is. Is that just straight up in Kansas? Where's Kansas City? It feels like something that would, Missouri. Okay, we were driving through Missouri. Okay, is Kansas an actual place? Kansas is that a state? Kansas. Yeah. Kansas is next to Missouri. Oh, Kansas City's at the border of the two. Naruhodo. Kansas isn't real. No, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, wait. But Kansas City felt like something that definitely wasn't actually gonna be in Kansas. You know, I'm like, why would they name it that? Why would they name it that? You know. So, anyways. So we were in Kansas City. Kansas City. We made a stop there, a pit stop or something, and it was like wintertime. I remember it being like wintertime. I have vivid memories, and so far away from. And Rio Papa gets out at this gas station and, like, starts talking with someone, but, like, for a prolonged period of time. Like, way too long. Not like a 5-minute, just, like, he's one of those people that, like, he will strike up a conversation with anyone, okay? And so at first I was like, well, maybe he's just, like, randomly being, like, friendly with someone, you know? But it's been, like, 30 minutes. And I was like, there's no way that you're just, like, that friendly with someone, you know? You cannot, like, sit here and, like, make a new friend right off the bat for 30 minutes while we're trying to just, like, travel to see, like, family or something, you know? Turns out, Rio Papa had somehow ran into, like, one of his old, like, employees. And I was like, huh? But we don't live here. Like, what are the odds on this winter day, like, some 100, maybe even 1,000 miles away from our own house, at a gas station, you found one of your old employees? Huh? But this is not even, like, the first time that something like that's happened. like any other vacation that we have, something always like this happens. Or whenever we're just, like, out and about. Like, there'll be other times where I'm just, like, tagging along and he, like, stops at a it's always at a gas station, too. I don't understand that either. It's, like, he's magical, I think. He's a gas station magician. Like, he would, like, pull up, like, at some, like, other gas station, and he'd be like, wow, and he's striking up a conversation, and I'm just, like, sitting in the car, waiting for him to pass me my hot Cheetos that I had requested of him to pick up while he was picking up a lottery ticket, okay? And I'm, like, sitting there, staring out the car window, and I'm like, and he's just yapping to someone. And then he comes in the car 15 minutes later, and he's like, that was my old next door neighbor in my very first apartment that I had in the 70s. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I haven't seen him for 30 years. I'm like, what? How are you doing that? He's magical. He must be, yeah, he is very extroverted. He's extremely extroverted. Which is nice, though, because Rio is not, like, at least whenever I'm, like, in person, I'm not, like, well, that's not true. If I'm by myself, I'm very extroverted. But if I'm with Rio Papa, I don't need to be extroverted. I'm like, he's gonna do that for He'll do that for me. So, yeah. So, yeah. He's truly magical. He's a wizard. Yeah, and not in the kind that I'll be one day. Yeah, feel the same way with my it's kind of nice to have, like, a silly, goofy dad that you can kind of rely on to, like, lead the way sometimes. You know? Very nice. Yeah. So it'd be fun. To maybe attempt real life fishing after all these fishing games that we have done over time, to try it and see if I can at least be good in this. But I haven't bought a new fishing rod since I was, like, a kid, and I think that the fishing rod that I had when I was a kid was, like, a Scooby-Doo one, so I fear I would have to buy a total new one. My dad could still use his, but I don't know if a baby Scooby-Doo fishing rod is gonna catch anything for me. Use the Scooby-Doo. It's so dinky. Love the family members that take the extroverted personality so you don't have to. Yeah. So Real Mama and I, we're both more on, like, the introverted side. So much so, like, whenever we like go shopping together, or like it's like at a mall or something, we we have like a code of conduct. That like on the bottom floor of malls, there are like those little like kiosks and stuff, and people always try to stop you and they're like, "Hello, can I shine your shoes?" Or like, "Hi, here's this nice, lovely face skincare," and things like that. There's all those people, or they just try to sell you so much like stuff, and I'm like, I know that this stuff is probably like nice stuff, but the problem is, it's like you're charging way too much. Way more than it needs to be, and also it's definitely an MLM, like this is totally like pyramid scheme. But so I also don't like telling people no whenever people start talking to me. So I have a really hard time of walking on bottom levels of malls because they'll always want to stop me and talk to me, and I feel bad. So I'll always accept whenever they're trying to sell me, and I'm like, or at least like I'll sit there and I'll get roped in for a little bit, So Rio Mom is kind of the same. So what we do now, we're both like, okay, we have a secret oath that we will only walk on the top floor, and if we want to go somewhere on the bottom floor, we'll walk to the nearest escalator, the nearest stairs, or the nearest elevator, and we'll take that to get to our store, and then we'll ride it right back up, and then we'll do that until every single time we need to get to one of the stores that are downstairs. The whole last gameplay, we have to have one! You have to have one! So many experiences where old people lacking train fare talk to me and ask me for change! That's so specific! How much is the train fare there? Just change? Really? Will that do it? My dad always gets sold by the shoe cleaning guy. Like, they're so nice, but I think that now every time I go to like the mall and stuff, I purposefully wear like my most raggedy, most like like the ugliest shoes that I possibly can, or like ones that look like they're beyond saving. I have this one pair of like white platform tennis shoes, and I do really love them. And I wear they're like the shoes that I wear mostly all the time, but I do need to get some new ones. Like they are on their last breath. But I like to wear those because they look so much so on their last breath that the shoe cleaning guys don't even stop me anymore. I think that they look at my shoes and they say, "Damn, I can't even pretend." I can't do anything here. Also, whenever I'm by myself at the mall and stuff too, I like to look if I just want to get somewhere to like from point A to point B on the bottom level really fast, or like they're too close to like do anything else, but there's a couple of places that will always stop you, okay? And I have it down like a freaking math equation, okay? There's this one that's in between the bookstore and the Miniso that I go to that always stops me. But I have this game plan, okay? I because I have a game plan where I start playing a song on my, like, I preload. Okay, so I'll be in the bookstore, okay? I'll preload up a song, okay? It's in my pocket, and the kiosk is, I'm approaching the kiosk, okay? And whenever I get maybe like 10, 20 feet away, I'll play the song on my phone, okay? And then I'll pull out my phone and I'll look at it, I'll stop the song, I'll press pause, I'll pull it up to my ear. And I go, "Hey, what?" And I start having a very pissed off conversation until I get into the Miniso. So they won't stop me because it looks like I'm having some like a big emergency, you know? Always gotta be thinking on your toes. Introvert life is so hard. The fact that we gotta do all this for I know, right? It's difficult. There's a lot of work. But I'm willing to put in the work if it means that somebody won't stop me and try to like sell me like hand lotion for like 25 minutes. Time is more precious. Put on your IRIAM face? No, even that doesn't work. That doesn't work because while I do have an IRIAM face, the second that people start talking to me and I open my mouth to reply, I become like a baby. I have like a baby face. Headphones are my best friend to avoid people. No, so really, I've never had the luxury of, even whenever I put in headphones, people still talk to me. That's the worst. That's the worst. Because whenever whenever I have my headphones in, it is blaring at 100. Okay? 1,000 even. 1,000 even. Because I need my music to be pumping in my ears. Is that bad for my ears? Yes, but it's okay. I have supersonic hearing, so it's okay. Cuteness attracts. That might be it. That might be it, honestly. And I wish that I could be like, no, that's not it. But no. I do dress I'm a very fashionable person, you know. And I do like to present myself well. And I'm kind of flouncy. So I think that I look like someone that you can easily approach. Unfortunately, that's why I got mugged in Germany, you know? Anything's possible whenever you're cute, you know? But anyways, I used to, like, on the school bus home, whenever I'm, like, with my sister and we're traveling in the car or something, I'll, like, you got mugged. Yeah, did I not tell you guys? No, I know that I did. Yeah, when I was in Germany. I was there for the Berlin Film Festival. Cause I was a film student, you know, so I went to go to the Berlinale, and the day before, it was like a little like tourist day we were able to do, and my little tourist friend group that I was with, just watched me get mugged, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the stuff, baby. So I ended up only went to like 1 or 2 movies for that entire festival, and the rest of the time I just laid down in my hostel like crying, because I was like, damn, I got mugged, dude. That was so scary. But thankfully, I actually when I was there, it was really nice, because I had a long time like internet friend that lived in Germany. We did a lot of like art things together whenever we were like kids and stuff. And it was like really nice, because whenever I went, she was like, I'm gonna come visit you. And I was like, what? But I lived probably like 3 hours from her, maybe like 2 or 3 hours. Like, she was more in the countryside. Hi, Kenneth, welcome. Yeah, she was more in the countryside, and she still traveled to Berlin to come and see me. She got a hotel or something for the weekend, and decided that she was just gonna come hang out with me while I was there. So I was like, screw it, screw the film festival, screw everything, I'm just gonna go hang out with my friend all weekend. And I did. We went shopping together, we went to the mall together, and we went to stationery stores, we got pizza together. It was really nice. It was nice to kind of like step away from like all the scary things. And like I remember telling the teachers too, I was like, bros, I got mugged, and they were like, damn, that sucks. And I was like, you're right, it does. I mean, fair response, but are we gonna do anything? And they're like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. So it was nice to have a friend there that I got to see. And it was at the time, like, she really wanted to become a pastry chef, and she was just experimenting. And now, at this point in life, it's so nice, because she's like an apprentice at like a really fancy bakery over there now too. And I'm like, yay! So it's really nice to see all of her stuff and see that she was able to accomplish her dreams all these years later. So I mean, there were good things that came out of being mugged. What was I talking about before I mentioned being mugged? Oh yeah, being cute. Wait, was that it? No. Probably not. I don't remember. I forgot. Sorry. So I got sidetracked. Here, hold on. Let me find out what I was talking about before the muggening. Phone. Oh yeah, the music in my ears. I lost the plot. I always lose the plot. A butter sock. I'd end up just eating it. Not the sock. The butter in the sock. Not that that's any better. Okay. But, so I'd eat this at Dobby. I think that we need to know less about each other. Gross! Gross! Think about all the fibers. And socks also, whenever you, like, wash them, they get, like, pilled. Like, that can't feel good in the throat. Is this the stream where I get banned? No, it's okay, you're just new here. You're new here. So, I'll give you a I'm new here. I do this thing where normally whenever I have my headphones in and I'm listening to music, I'll get really, really, really frustrated if someone starts talking to me when I have my headphones in and I'm like really jamming. For like one question, it's okay because I'll pull out my headphone and I'm like, yes, how can I help? And then I'll put it back in, okay, after I answer the question. But then they'll like try to like carry on the conversation and we'll answer more things, but I'm like, I can feel that somebody's talking to me, but I have my music in my ears. So then I have to pull out my headphone again, and I'm like, hello? What? And then they do that like 10 times, okay? And by the time it's like the end of it, I'm like, did you say something? Like, I think there's not a lot of times where Ryo gets really, like, actually upset. But whenever somebody's talking to me with my headphones on, man, like, that is when I'm frustrated. Ryo doesn't mess with whenever he's listening to music and stuff. And sometimes whenever I would like live with my parents and stuff, my sister would come into my room while I'm like working and like listening to things on my computer, and I wouldn't be able to like I wouldn't see her come into my room or something, and she would come in and she would stand behind me and talk for like 5 minutes before I even know that she's in here. And then I finally notice she's here, and I turn around, and I'm like, hello, can I help you? And she's like, you weren't listening to me that whole time? And I'm like, why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? I was the one that, you didn't tap my shoulder or anything. I was listening to my music. Yeah. I always work with one headphone off. I'm paired. See, I stream with one headphone off, but that's mainly because I need to listen to myself. I get self-conscious. For some reason, if I have, like, both of my headphones in while I'm streaming, I wake myself out. So I only ever have one headphone in. I only have one. But in general, like, whenever I'm, like, traveling or anything like that, like, I like, hypothetically, to have both of them in, you know? Too stubborn to stop the song, and now my brain is splitting trying to focus on both the combo and the music. Like, yeah, no, exactly. Like, I don't want to pause the song, because that disrupts the flow. That disrupts the flow of my enjoyment. You know? No? You know, I don't just listen to... For me, when Ryo's listening to music, it's not like I'm listening to music because I'm just, like, trying to pass time. I listen to music, and, like, the music that I pick in certain times, people have noted, like, people have told me over the span of like, my entire life, people have always said, I can always tell how you're feeling. Even though you don't express how you're feeling all the time, I can tell how you're feeling because of whatever you're listening to at the time. The music that you play, like, that describes your emotions more than you do. And I'm like, interesting. And I never really thought about it until somebody really did bring that up to me. And, like, had to, like, have, like, a sit down with me, because they were like, are you okay? And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like concerned about me because of the music I was listening to, and they're like, you're not doing well, and I know it because your music is feeling kind of strange. And I was like, oh, well, maybe, but it's okay, because when I'm listening to music, even if that's how I'm feeling at the time, by the time I'm done listening to like the chorus of the music, I feel a little bit better, you know, because it kind of like helped me out in that moment. And got my energy out in that way, rather than me like letting it out in a weird, you know what I mean? Hi there, Forrest! Welcome! How are you? Thank you so much for the follow! Thank you so much! Welcome in for the first time. I'm Ryo. It's nice to see you. You listen to happy sounding songs that actually have depressing... No, 100%. The jump from 50k to 150 is a lot, though. No. It happens. The event is all week long. Please be careful with your fingers. Please be careful with your wrists. Take care of yourselves. I can't rub everyone's wrists all night long, okay? So take care of yourselves and be gentle with it, okay? Okay. Nice to see you too. I'm happy. I'm happy that you think it's nice to see me. Thank you. I live for carpal tunnel, actually. I love whenever you lie. That stuff sucks so bad. This stuff sucks so bad. But yeah. So I'm trying to, yeah. So what was I saying? Damn, what was I saying? I forgot. Man, not Ryo for goring. Okay, what are you guys' plans for the rest of the night? What are you guys planning on doing tonight? What am I doing tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's our birthday messages. Guys, okay, later this week, we're kin-assigning everybody stuffed animals. But I had another idea. For later on, not this week. I'll probably do it whenever my PC is back with me and, like, fully fixed, which should hopefully not be that much longer. But I think that I'll do it, there, but we'll probably open up, like, a form or something. We're gonna do that, but I had this idea, okay, later. And I was thinking, okay, it has something to do with plush toys, though, and don't let me forget it. So I was thinking that possibly Ryo will open up a form where you can send in a photo of one of your stuffed animals. It can be one that you've had an attachment to forever. It can be one that's just randomly in your collection. Preferably ones that are not like characters, like licensed characters, you know? Just like random stuffed animals, okay? They can have a name or they cannot have a name, okay? And on stream, I come up with lore for everyone's stuffed toys. Can I send Jamaican Pikachu? Well, yes. He counts. He's different. He's special. I have a rubber animal, like one of those like vinyl critters, like those ones. I've got a couple of those too. Wow. It's like a rat. I'd love to see him. Yeah, I was thinking that would be really fun, and we come up with the lore and the story for all these different stuffed animals. Because I noticed that's what I do all the time when I'm just like kind of by myself. I guess I had a lot of time in this last week to just like kind of be in my own brain. And so I spent a lot of time just hanging out with stuffed animals, you know? And just hanging out and partying with them and thinking about my stuffed animals. So I was like, wow, all of my stuffed animals that I have all have their like own stories and their own personalities and their own adventures and stuff that they've been on in my brain. I want to give stories and adventures to everybody's stuffed animals. So I'm thinking that that's probably something that we'll do very soon. I don't know if I'll do it over on IRIAM because I want everybody to see all the stuffed animals too. I really want that. I really want to do it. So this week we'll do our normal stuffed animals. I want to do a lot more. Like, I think that in this next coming month, that's one of my goals of things to do, are like those kind of like audience interactive type things. I know that I've had a lot of people request like, what is it, like room or like setup review type things, but I feel like for Ryo, my setup is like so, well, it's like cute, but it's always like kind of like disheveled and like kind of a little bit messy and stuff too, and I feel like VIP are always so put together, you know? So it's like my setup would be the 0 and everyone else would have like the 10-10 setups, you know? So I feel like I would be really, it wouldn't be fair because I'd vote everyone like an A. Well, A, really? You think so highly about, well, it's just, maybe that's how you guys act. What? So are you guys not actually all put together? Have you guys been lying to Ryo this whole time? So we're not that different after all, are we? That's crazy. No comment. That's crazy. I never gave the impression of being put together, have I? Well, Moaz maybe a little different. But that's only because we're almost exactly the same. So it's different. It's different. It's a little bit different is all. Just a tad bit. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what were we doing? What everyone is doing for the rest of the night. Somebody said that they were painting their nails. I want to paint my nails. How do I paint my nails? I only have black nail polish. But my nail set that I have had is like all coming off. So it's like I might as well take it off, you know? You know? I wanted to ask how your PC is. Dead. But it'll be good soon. It'll be good soon. I'm gonna play video games and be emo probably. Yeah, I understand. I understand that. Try and guess what I'm doing. Davi, are you streaming later? I'm gonna watch the new Sentai season. I haven't started it yet. And then hopefully I'm gonna order some Subway. Come on, Subway. Ruby's painting their nails. Oh yeah, what color? What color? Here, let me catch up. Continuing to watch Magi. Classic. I don't know what I'll do today. Compile things for the other part of my thesis. And learn a song. What song? Custom strip nail sets on his throat breast. I don't know if those exist. Let me look on like Etsy. I feel like Etsy's got a lot of like nail sets. See, the problem is with so many of them is that so many nail sets that I see are like so long, you know. And I like petite nails more than anything, but you don't really see those. Taurus, thank you so much for the big heart. Thank you for sharing your heart with me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. There's this. Oh, stop. There's this set of. Holy shit! Guys! Holy shit! If you're in the Discord, open it up right now. Open the Discord up right now. What? What am I looking at? Wait, can I... Stop. What are... Those are just straight up shrimp heads. Shrimp head nails? Those are crazy. Those are crazy. Not. What did I say to buy it? They look edible. No, they're hyper realistic. For what reason? Wear them to off-kai. That's crazy. Wait, and I can change the shape of them too. I can change everything about them. They have a video of them. These are crazy. I feel like the little shrimp, like, tentacle things. We get caught on everything. Those are crazy. Want me to buy them? Where would I ever wear these? Those are insane. Those are actually insane. They're kind of cute. I can't lie. I can't lie to you. There are some other cute man. Searching up just the word shrimp nail on Etsy is crazy. There's some really pretty nails on here though. There's some really cute ones. Oh yeah. There's a lot of cute shrimp things. Oh no. Somebody had gotten me. Well, a friend had gotten me a shakes on his hand. Roll up to the IRIAM booth and then meet the CEO of Dina Corp, the Nintendo guy, and say, "Hi, I'm Otoharu Riyo." With those on, that's crazy. Disgusting. Hi there, Jelly. How are you? How are you today? It's nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Man, those are ugly. But in the best way, I think. Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe Ryo will also paint my nails tonight. Yeah, it sounds fun. I've tried to, like, do fancy things. Scratching your back with the stop. Maybe it actually... But do you think that they would be too... They look like... they don't look as, like, sharp as they could be, you know? Like, they're kind of, like, rounded. Well, I don't know. I can't stop looking at them. This is crazy. The shop has no reviews. Why not? This is a work of art. I'm gonna follow the shop. I think you can pull them off. That's crazy, Boris. Thank you for the star, Jelly. I appreciate it. Thank you. Those are crazy. Those are crazy. They look squishy. Squishy nails sound horrible. They sound bad. I want to eat them, actually. Possibly so. Possibly so. No, there are some cute things. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, for my birthday, one of my friends had sent me. I still need to thank her. But she sent me. You guys know that tweet that was going around about that? It was the shirt that somebody had seen in Japan with the shrimp on it that just said scoliosis on it. They bought me that shirt. So now I have a pink shrimp scoliosis shirt. Yeah. I wore it to sleep for like a week because I was like, wow, this is so nice. It was very cozy. It was. It's you. Yeah, I was really happy to have him. It was a nice shirt. Nice shirt. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do for the rest of the night. Maybe I'll watch like a scary movie. I've been trying to do this week. We've got a lot of crafting. There's one of our streams that we're doing where we're crafting for like literally like 8 hours straight. And that's what I've been doing primarily all this week. I've gotten a couple of things that I wanted to get done. But I'm still scary movie. Maybe I don't know what scary movie, but I've been missing scary movies. So I'm gonna try my best. Anyways, yeah. So I'll figure one out to watch. Maybe scary movie Discord night. That'd be fun. Mwah! Easy on your thing. Will you do the bracelets you're missing from the one stream during the 8-hour one? I've actually already finished all of those bracelets. I'm just waiting for everybody's address. Not everybody sent me their addresses, so I just have their bracelets, and I'm like, yeah. But I have everybody's bracelets. Yeah, we only had like 2 more to do, and I did them off stream. Someone with the Daki order that I totally didn't buy. Okay, I'll do that then. Hope that you can have a good night and be nice and easy on yourself, Rio. Thank you, Forrest. I really appreciate that. It's been a week. But being with VIP is really re-energizing me in a sense. Re-energizing me in a sense, and I'm happy about that. I was really worried about it, honestly, because even just like 10 minutes before, I was still feeling like really extremely like non-verbal, and I was like, I don't know if I'll be as fun as I normally am. But I started watching this one anime on break as well called Maebashi Witches. It's a magical girl anime that I've been looking forward to it coming out for quite some time. And it's I finally caught up with it and watched up until the current episode that's out. And one of the characters has this saying where she's like, even 70% is a passing grade. And I was like, that's true. So as long as I can at least give 70%, it's still passing. So I was happy about that. But the series is really good so far. It reminds me kind of the writing of one of my other favorite anime. So I was like, wow. Currently they're in the most recent episode, they're in some like VTuber arc right now. So I was like, no way. But it's like scary kind of. So I'm like, oh no. But so I'm looking forward to the next episode because it ended off on a cliffhanger, and I'm sad about that. Because it's also about my favorite character, and I'm like, but it's very fun so far. So I really like it. There's a lot of like really like deep like coming of age type of stuff in the series so far. But it's a nice like shoujo series too. Of course, I mean all shoujo series always write those type of things the best, I think. But yeah, if anybody wants something cute and magical to watch, I recommend it. How are our bracelets coming along? Stardust, they're done. They're done. I'm just waiting on everybody's addresses, is all. Some of them are going to be picked up at Offcon. So I have those ones tucked away. But I'm waiting for everybody else's address. I don't have everybody's yet. But they're all done. The bracelets are all done. If you haven't gotten your birthday goods, guys, it's almost over. Yeah, there's 4 more days. 4 more days birthday goods. 4 more days. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. We got a little bit of time left. There'll be a couple of leftovers, especially with the things that Ryo can make himself, like the buttons and stickers and things. But pillowcases and the prints and the reorbs. We got five reorbs left. I think. I'm shocked. Reorbs will be going home. I'm excited for them. I really thought that I wouldn't get rid of like any of them. But I'm happy that Reorb will get a nice home. Nice homes to go to. Hopefully nice homes. Hashtag ad. Hashtag promo. Yeah, the weirdest promo of all time. But yes. Okay, in the microwave, Hiko, be sure to take off at least the keychain part, because if you put him in the microwave with the keychain part, I think that the keychain part will set on fire. So take that off first. It's metal. So I don't think that I'll do that unless you want to put him on fire, which I guess I can't. Maybe I should keep a secondary one to experiment with versus the one that I have just myself. Maybe I should. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Ryo will wrap up stream for the day then. Let's review our schedule for the rest of the week though. Tomorrow at same time, over here on IRIAM, we are going to be reading some birthday messages. Yay. We have a little board that VIP had put together for me, and I haven't taken a look at it yet. So tomorrow we're going to be going over all of the birthday messages that you guys left for me. I was originally just going to read it while I was gone on break, but I had said, do we want me to have a live reaction to this, or do we want me to just read it? And everybody said live reaction. So I was like, okay. So I held on very strong. Didn't look at it. So tomorrow we'll be doing that. Then on Thursday I'll be assigning people plushies. All you have to do is just come in and hang out, and as per usual, I will go down the list of all of the people that are viewing, and I will assign you guys a plushie of some sort. On Friday, we're having a big, long craft day. It will probably be very long, because currently I'm working on making a billion gajillion more. It's more bracelets. I had made a bunch of other things during the week, and now I am left on bracelets. I had over, I think I had total 84 that I have to make. During the break, I had finished maybe almost 40 or so. So yes. So we still have a lot to make. I'll be still making a lot of them off stream too, in between times. But yes, we will be crafting on Friday. And then on Saturday and Sunday is our YouTube days, and we're going to be playing Fishing Star World Tour on Saturday, and then Luigi's Mansion on Sunday. Yay! And then on Monday, I think that we'll be playing some more Honkai. I think I've already preemptively decided that we'll be playing more Honkai on Monday, so I'm looking forward to playing more Honkai. Yes. More Honkai. I think I've been missing playing Honkai this week. and last week. When did I play it? I forgot already. But yes, that's going to be our upcoming week of activities. There might be a little bit of time changing on Friday, because I might go to the craft store, Joanne's, before they totally close forever. So if there is a little bit of time shifting on Friday, I apologize. This is our last week opened. So I gotta go fast and buy out all their stuff while it's like 80% off. You know what I mean? It's very important. Maybe I'll even hit up 2 of them. Joanna, Mrs. Joanna, she's gone. Yeah, so sad. But more crafts for me. Not that I need to spend money, but I need fabric. Yeah, no, super cheap fabric. That'd be so nice. Getting like lining for some of the things that I sew and stuff. For a super cheap price. That'd be super nice. But yes. That is our schedule for the upcoming week. scheduled for the upcoming week. And then is it next week? I believe next week. I believe is when our Akiba week is going to be happening over on IRIAM. So I hope that everybody can look forward to our next coming weeks together. Yay! I missed everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming to see Ryo. I hope that I wasn't too boring. Just doing kind of like a directionless Zatsu of some kind. I know that I was gonna write down things that I wanted to talk about, but I ended up spacing out so much this week that I just kind of forgot. Welcome back once again. Please no more Rio withdrawal. Okay. I'll try not to make it too long. Maybe just a couple of days at a time. That's all. At the most. That's all I want to do. But yes. Rio hasn't been able to smile super much this week. So thank you guys for making Rio smile a lot. You guys kind of made my cheeks hurt, so I'm happy. Thank you for making Rio happy today. And I hope that tomorrow it'll be even more happy. Yay! Anyways, I will wrap up stream here. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your night, and I hope that you guys have sweet dreams if you're going to bed soon, and if your day is just beginning. As always, I hope that you treat yourself very kindly and make good memories today. Yay! Stream over! What's the stream? Thank you guys so much for hanging out with Rio as always, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye, y'all!